So it's me and Bone again. We're here and we're going to share some tips with you on how you can make some extra money. We'll talk about 811. We'll have the table of truth. We'll go over Bone's health tips to die by, and we'll have a little fun and laughter while we're doing all of this. So I'm Mr. Hollowness, and this is Bone, my sidekick, and this is what we do. Let's talk about the extra money. Let's just get into it, because I know that's what you're waiting for. You gonna say hi to the people, Bone? Say what's up to. Oh, you gonna give them the peace? Well, I can do the peace sign too. I like that. Gave y'all the peace sign. So that's what he did. So let's talk about this extra money. Let's just get into it. It's called a virtual dispensary. A virtual dispensary. And yes, I'm talking about cannabis. Um, let me just say this. Cannabis is one of the biggest growing industries in the world right now. So it's not too late to get in. You can just jump in this industry and you can make some extra money. And you're probably saying to yourself, well, I don't smoke. Let me tell you one thing. You think every person who owns a McDonald's is eating Big Macs every day? Do you think every person who owns a chicken place is eating chicken all day? You don't have to smoke to own a virtual dispensary. Let's get that out your head right now. Now, let me tell you some of the advantages of being a customer of a virtual dispensary, and then I'm going to tell you some of the advantages of being a owner of a virtual dispensary. I'm an owner of a virtual dispensary, and so is Bone, but he tends to act more like a customer. Yeah, see what I mean? He tends to act more like a customer, but to each his own. He likes to take care of his body. That's why in he has cannabis to take care of his body, his health. It's not always about getting high. Let me get that off your mind. But anyway, if you're a customer of a virtual dispensary, you can order your products 24 hours, 7 days a week. Yeah, that's his favorite because he know he can order anytime from anywhere. But yes, anywhere. So if you're at home, you can order your products. If you're on a road trip, you can order your products. If you're at church listening to the minister, you can order your products. You can order these products from anywhere. As long as you have a phone, a computer, you're good. You just need some internet and you can order. And guess what? You can have it sent anywhere. That's the greatest thing. So, of course, you can have it sent to your house, but think about this. If you're going on a vacation and you're going to Florida, you can have it sent to wherever you stand in Florida. It'll be right there when you get there. That's an advantage of being a customer of a virtual dispensary. But also think about this. Discrete purchasing. Purchasing. And if I make any mistakes, so be it. I do not edit the videos. Once I hit play, I just go. You can count my mistakes and let me know in the comments how many mistakes I make. That would be great. But anyway, discrete purchasing. What I mean by that is there is no face-to-face interaction, people. If you are a doctor, if you are a lawyer, if you are a politician, you can be the minister of the biggest church in the United States, and nobody would know that you're ordering cannabis. Discrete purchasing, because you don't have to see anybody. A lot of advantages if you're a customer. Tell them, Bone. That's right. A lot of advantages if you're a customer. Now, let's talk about me, the owner. That's right. Let's talk about me, the owner. I'm the owner of a virtual dispensary. And guess what? There's no overhead cost for me. I don't have to worry about light bill, power bill, the water bill. I don't have to worry about paying security guards. I don't worry about none of that. There is no overhead cost when you own a virtual dispensary. No overhead costs. Think about this if you're the owner of a virtual dispensary. I want you to think about this. If you live in, just say, Minnesota, and you started your virtual dispensary, and you're moving out of Minnesota and you're going to, I don't know, Nebraska, guess what? Your dispensary will go with you because you're a virtual dispensary owner. You have no overhead. Remember that. No overhead. Think about this. If you don't like Nebraska, you can move out the country. And guess what? Your virtual dispensary will go with you. Right. I want you to think about that. So you get all the increased reach while you're doing this. And what I mean by increased reach is because your business is a virtual business, people can order from all over the world. That's right. They can order from all over the world. And guess what? You're just sitting there, what did we say, Nebraska? We started off with another place too, but wherever you live, it don't matter. Live in another country, wherever you go, you still own your virtual dispensary. You can't beat this. All right. Now I can tell you more. What else could I tell you? What else? Well, let me think of something else. I think that was enough. That was actually a lot. That was a lot. And guess what? It's yours until you die. You can't beat that. You can't beat it. So, if you want to become the owner of a virtual dispensary, all you got to do is email Bo. That's right. All you got to do is email him because he has to make sure that you're old enough, you're a real person, and all that good stuff. You're going to email thegorage@gmail.com. I'm going to say it again. You're going to email thegorage@gmail.com. And yes, I'll spell it for you. TheGorage, thegorage@gmail.com. You ready for them emails? Help people own their own virtual dispensary, Bone? See, he's ready. So if you want to own a virtual dispensary or even just be a customer, email thegorage@gmail.com. Now, moving forward. Take it out, dude. Take it out. Now, moving forward. Um, let's talk about 811. 811 is a nationally recognized phone number that you call before you dig. Simple. A nationally recognized phone number that you call before you dig. And the reason why you call 811 is pretty simple. It is the law. And a lot of people don't even know that it is the law to call 811 before you plant a tree. It is the law to call 811 before you want to install a water line. It is the law to call 811 before you do any type of excavation. And the reason why you want to call 811 is so you don't damage any underground utility lines, such as a water line, a gas line, a phone line, or a power line, and kill yourself. But if you're confused about 811, if you're confused about underground utilities, this is what you can do. There's a company called Ground Vision. You can email Ground Vision and they will answer any questions that you have about 811. They will answer any questions that you have about underground utilities, any questions that you have about the whole dig alert process. Ground Vision will answer those questions. All you have to do is email Ground Vision. The email address for Ground Vision is groundvisioninc@gmail.com. Groundvisioninc@gmail.com. And I'm not going to spell that because it's spelled just how it sounds. Groundvisioninc@gmail.com. So email them any questions that you have about underground utilities. Now, moving forward, let's talk about the table of truth. And so me and Bone was having a discussion, and yeah, we do talk. He just don't talk on camera, but we do talk. But we were having a discussion, and this is who we're going to talk about. This is who we're going to bring to the table of truth. We're going to bring people that have a certain position or a certain job title, but they're actually not good at that. It's funny how people can be a doctor, they can be a lawyer, they can hold certain titles and they think because they have those titles that they're all that. Let me wake you up, people. That's why we bring you to the table of truth. Just because you're a doctor does not mean you're good at what you do. Always remember that. Just because you have a title or you hold a certain position, it doesn't mean that you're good at what you do. It doesn't. So stop thinking that. There are ways to tell if you're good at what you do. And if you're good at what you do, you don't have to think it. You know why? Others will know it. Others will know it. Stop thinking you're good at what you do just because you hold a certain title. That doesn't matter. Who cares about your title? I know I don't. I could care less, and so could Bone. But anyway, stop thinking that. That doesn't matter. Title doesn't matter. It's all about because you can work at a Dollar Tree and be a cashier and be damn good at your job. And I can respect that. But I can't respect a doctor who's horrible at his job just because you're a doctor. It doesn't matter. So now that me and Bone have brought you to the table of truth, hopefully what you've digested doesn't get you constipated. Mm. Anything you want to say to the people about that, Bone? Say something to the people that we just exposed to the table of truth. What you got to say? That's what he got to say. But do you have to put it in my face? Man. Anyway, um, it threw me off with that middle finger. Anyway, all right, moving on to Bones. Health tips to die by. I'm not gonna give you all his health tips to die by, but trust me, if you listen to his health tips, you will die. One of his health tips is eat junk food all day. He says forget healthy foods, live on candy, chips, and processed snacks. That way your future skeleton has a great backstory. Hmm. I don't know if you want to listen to that. Another health tip Bone has is avoid the sun. Who needs vitamin D? Stay indoors and close the curtains. And then another health tip he has is skip calcium. Drink soda instead of milk and ignore leafy greens. If I were you, I wouldn't listen to his health tips, but it's all good. That's up to you. We will end this by going to what we call let's look out for each other because I had to change the word. So now we're going to call it let's look out for each other. Let's look out for each other. And this is how we're going to look out for each other. Whatever it is that you do. So if you have a business that you want to promote, if you have a product that you want to sell, if you have something you want to advertise, you're going to email thegorage@gmail.com. And guess what? I'm an advertiser right here. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to promote it. I'm going to tell people where to get it, whatever it is you do. I'm going to just talk about it. That's how we're going to look out for you. And then in return, this is how you're going to look out for me and Bo. You can share this channel. You can like this channel. You can do both. And guess what? You can also tell somebody. That would even be better. So email thegorage@gmail.com. I'm going to say it again. Thegorage@gmail.com. And it is TheGorauge. Email us and we're going to all look out for each other. But I'm about to go. Anything you going to say to the people? Ah, I see. He said what he had to say.